this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Country Kitchen, and you might be asking yourself, Lord Jesus, what's she about to cook today? And I'm gonna have to tell you, I've had 4 people ask for a little squash casserole, and I was down at my parents' this weekend, and lo and behold, they had some good fresh out of the garden squash. So I can't wait to taste them. But I'm gonna start. I've already washed them, got them clean. I'm just gonna snip the ends off, and you don't have to be fancy in how you cut them. Just cut them anyway, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna just cook them down in a little bacon grease. Yes, I said it. And get them happy. Lord, look at this. It's a twofer. How about that? But anyway, we're gonna get that going. So I'm just gonna get these sliced up and get my pan hot, ready for some bacon, and I'll come right back at you. I know you don't want to watch me slice squash up, so I'll spare you. But I'll be right back, and we'll fry up this squash and get it ready in the oven, ready for our supper. All right, y'all, we've got our bacon in the pan, and I'm just gonna let that cook down, and then I'm gonna put our little onions in some of the bacon grease that's left over, because that's where all the goodness is. That's what's gonna give it all the flavor. I'm just gonna let this cook. Me and my little crooked fork. Just gonna let it kind of cook on low. We'll turn that little fan off so you can hear me. I thought I was gonna burn the house down there for a few minutes. I let my pan get too hot. So, it's looking good, it's smelling good. We're gonna get these little onions over here ready to go in it. All right, y'all, this is almost ready. I don't know about y'all, but I always lay whatever I'm frying on a piece of paper towel in a plate. Just kind of drain some of that extra grease off. We ain't trying to be too extra with the bacon grease. I can't really afford it, if you know what I mean. All right, I'm going to take this out, because we're going to revisit this bacon. We're going to put it in our squash casserole, and I'm going to go ahead and drain most of this grease off. And y'all know, the ones that cook with grease, you know where this is going. It's going to go right in my little vat of bacon grease. But I'm going to leave just a little bit in here, because I'm going to start cooking them onions down. Go ahead and put these onions in here. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of butter in there, so it's not all bacon grease. Turn it down a little bit. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and dump these squash in here. Sorry if you can't really see it. And I'm not gonna salt them just yet. I'm gonna let them cook down a little bit, because squash actually, although they look dry, they actually have a lot of water in them. So we wanna cook some of that water out, and then I'm also gonna drain it, because nobody wants a soupy squash casserole. Nobody wants it dripping. So I'm just gonna cook these down and let them squash get really tender in there. Now, some people add bell pepper. My husband's not a huge fan of bell pepper. I love bell pepper on everything, but he doesn't care for it, so we're just gonna leave that out. As I've said 100 times or more, just make it your own. Do what you want to do. You can put garlic. I love fresh garlic. You can put garlic in it, but now I am gonna season this. Have no fear. I'm gonna season it. And It's gonna all work out good. I'm just gonna cook these down. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put just a little smidge more of this little bacon grease in here. I don't want it to dry out. And it's just gonna pack it with some more flavor. It's not gonna be greasy. All right, y'all, I've got them cooked down. I got them pretty tender. The onions are really tender. You don't want to cook the squash to an absolute mush, but this is what you want them to look like. What I'm going to do is put them in my little strainer, and I'm just going to drain them just for a minute. Make sure there's no water in them still. Like I said, they hold a lot of water, so we're going to just put them in here. Give them a few minutes and they will be ready for us to mix, and I'll let y'all see how I do my little squash casserole. All right, y'all, I have cooked my little squash down. I've already drained them off. Let them sit for just a minute. And we're going to get busy putting this together. Now, I do have my oven set at 350. Got that ready to go, rearing to go. And I know a lot of people do squash casserole in so many ways. I think a lot of people do sour cream and milk and all kinds of ways. But how I'm going to do it is how my mama did it. Imagine that. And I'm telling you, we've never had any complaints with it. So I'm going to add my egg and kind of give that a little mix around. Then I've got me some cream of chicken, and that's going to make it creamy and just really good. We'll get this out of here, this can. Sometimes they plop out just perfect, and sometimes you really got to work for it. Guess we got to work for it today. Anyway, I'm going to give that a little stir. And also, as far as the toppings go, you know, I've put some little French fried onions on them. That's really good, like you do your little green bean casserole. But today I'm just going to use some Ritz and some melted butter. But this is really simple to do. It's really easy to throw it together. And we're going to go ahead and put in some cheese. Now, I like to shred my own cheese, but this is what we're using today. I got some Colby-Jack. Worked today and didn't have a lot of time. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. And some people also just top theirs with cheese, almost like just a macaroni and cheese. And that's good too. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this cheese in here. According to how many squash you got, I normally use a whole pack, but I don't want to overpower it with cheese because I'm telling you that squash is good. I have not met a vegetable yet that I don't like. Now, I don't love Brussels sprouts, but I'll eat them. Now, I'm just going to crumble this bacon in here, and this is going to make it really good. Bacon makes everything good, right? Just go crumble, crumble, crumble. And I have washed my hands. Have no fear. Clean hands. And while this is cooking, I'm just going to, for our supper, I'm just going to cook us some pork chops to go with it. Something just really easy. Something I can throw together real quick while it's in the oven baking. And that's going to be dinner. All right. Just gonna mix this up. Now, if it's too thick, you can add a little milk or a little heavy whipping cream. I think I'm gonna add just a smidge of milk onto this. All right, actually, I changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of sour cream because we don't want it to get too loose in there. So that sour cream will just keep it creamy. Just make it your recipe. Do as you want. Now I've got my casserole dish buttered and ready to go. So we're gonna get that on there. Show you how it's looking. All right, time for the big pour. All right, get all that goodness out of there. We don't want to waste any of these good little squash. I'm telling you, if I was a squash, this is the way I'd want to go, in a casserole. Or maybe fried. All right, now for the topping. Hope you can see this. It's not soupy, it's not runny. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and add my little pepper. Give it a little stir. Just a little salt. Because that bacon, I did a little taste test, y'all, and it was salty. So, do a little onion powder, a little garlic powder. I don't like to season too much on on vegetables like this, because you don't want to taste that. You don't want to take the simple goodness away from the vegetable. You don't want to. Now, kids may want to just transform it into something totally different that does not taste like vegetables. But as an adult, I'm telling you, I love me some vegetables, especially some fresh ones right out the garden. And so we're going to enjoy this. Get this stirred around. And now she's ready for the topping. Look at these little cute packets. I found out today you really can't buy them, the whole packs. But I'm just going to take it, I'm going to mash it. This is how I crumble my nuts, how I make crumbs from it. You know, if I can just get into it. That'd be a good thing. Here we go. And you want 2 of them at least. And I've already got my little melted butter here. We're going to just add it to these crumbs. Moisten them up because you want a little crispy topping. Get these mashed up. All right. Lord, I think this was the hardest part. Getting into the crackers. All right, I'm going to get my little crooked fork back. Put a little butter in here. I got about 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Got my oven ready and hot, ready for it. Just go give this a little mix. Now you can add garlic or whatever you want on the top for the crispy topping. You can add cheese to it. You can do it however you want to do it. We'll get this spread out here. And she's going to be ready for the oven. All right. And that, them butter crackers just makes it really good. You got that buttery, a little crispy, a little crunchy on it, a little savory cracker. I've even seen people put Cheez-Its on top, so I haven't done that because I don't want to waste my Cheez-Its. But there's that. All right, I'm gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna bake it for probably about 35 to 45 minutes. It's according to your oven, and my oven as well. But when the topping gets brown and crispy, that's when we're gonna take it out. All right, y'all, I got this squash casserole out of the oven. Got our little pork chops made up, and I may or may not have made some cookies for the grandbabies. The oven was hot. So we're going to get old Russ in here to give this a little taste and see what he thinks about it. All right, y'all, it's Russell's favorite time. We done drug him out the bedroom up in here to taste this little squash casserole.
Hey, y'all, and Daniel. Hey, Daniel. He says my little wave at the camera's creepy, so I'm going to keep on being creepy. I like to tell everybody, hey.
That's our son, by the way.
Yeah, he likes to, I guess he
likes
critiques
to, yes.
the video content.
Yes, and ask for weird
Well,
stuff.
that's good. We need critiquing, you know.
I suppose.
Yeah, feedback's good.
Feedback is good.
Yep. This looks hot.
It is really hot. It's piping hot right out the oven.
Right out of the garden, ain't it?
Yes, right out. Fresh squash. Can't get no
goodness.
better than that.
Oh my goodness.
Can't get no better than that.
There's bacon in this.
It's bacon. Bacon. You can't go wrong with bacon and squash.
It's delicious. Y'all. Oh my Lord. We got bacon, fresh squash out of the garden.
Good stuff.
Once again, see why I'm fat, y'all. It's you know, I got pork chops over here and cookies over here, and I mean, it don't stop, y'all. It just don't stop. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's my favorite time. I get to show up when the good stuff's going on.
When it's time for the vittles.
Yeah, when it's time for the vittles. Taste it and make sure it's all safe, you know, for everybody else. It's safe, delicious. Everything is delicious.
Thank y'all for watching. If anybody has any ideas, just let me know. Leave me a little message.
Hit that
Holler
button.
out. Hit that button. Subscribe. Please subscribe. And like. It's
like.
important.
Yeah, and comment.
Comments
We like
good
interaction.
too.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Till next time.